Today's 2011 signing day press conference. We have releases around the room. If you don't have one, please let us know. And now to introduce the 2011 signing class, Head Coach Bob Toledo.
Thanks, Roger. Well, obviously today is the culmination of a lot of hard work. This past year we've gone out and got after it pretty good, and I really appreciate the effort that our coaching staff did. I think they did a super job. And obviously we're pleased with our efforts. One of the things we wanted to do is we wanted to increase the quality depth of our football team. We wanted to create more competition for our football team. That's how you get better. And obviously we wanted to improve special teams by getting some of the athletes that we got in this class. Of the 22 commits that we got, 11 are from the state of Louisiana, and that's one of the things I set out to do. I wanted to make sure that we hit the state so hard that we can get every possible guy that we wanted, and that never happens, but we felt we did a good job. Of the 11 from Louisiana, 7 of them are from the New Orleans area, and so that was really pleasing to me. Of the other 11 recruits that we have, they're from 9 different states, so we hit guys from all over the country. And so we got a pool of players. We tried to get the best pool of players that we could that fit athletically, number one, and then, of course, academically, the ones who could get in here and stay in here. And then, of course, character to me is important, too. I want them to go out and be good citizens in our community as well. Offensively, we signed 13 players. We got 2 quarterbacks, 2 running backs, 3 tight ends, 4 wide receivers, and 2 offensive linemen. And then defensively, we signed 9 players. We got 5 defensive linemen, 1 linebacker, and 3 defensive backs. I know a lot of people talk about 3-star, 5-star, all those good things. I don't know if it really matters, but from what I've been told, we've got like 9 3-star athletes. That's the most we've ever had at Tulane. And I guess in the last 3 years, we've signed 24 of them. Of the guys that we signed, 7 of them are from those satellite camps that we go through in the summer. So it's obviously paid dividends for us. In the last 4 years, we've actually signed 37 players that we've coached up in these camps in the whole state of Louisiana. So that's obviously paid off and something that we'll continue to do. So having said all that, what questions do you have?
Do you foresee any of these guys moving to another position?
Well, we've already actually put some guys in a position that they really haven't played much of or at all because they've played other positions. Maybe they're a linebacker we're looking at as a defensive lineman, for example. They're a wide receiver, we're looking at them as a defensive end. So we're trying to project some things too and evaluating them where they would fit into our schemes. And then again, you just never know what's going to happen. You get fooled so often by players. Who knew that Orleans Darkwell was going to turn out to be the freshman that he was? We had a kid, Pat Hussein, a year ago that we recruited out of Georgia or Alabama, and he came in. We said, hey, we don't think he's going to play, and he's playing. So I mean, you just never know. You never know how kids are going to turn out. You have to just wait and see.
I'm kind of looking forward to that running back position though, with the emergence of Orleans and you signed 2 pretty good high schools as well.
Yeah, well, first of all, we've got Orleans, but we've got some other guys here too. Williams and Barnett and Tarver, and we've got some other guys. So having those 2 guys again gives us quality depth at that position. Plus, it gives us some athletes that we could utilize in special teams, and that was important for us as well. But there's nothing like competition. Orleans missed a couple of games because of injury, and you want to have someone that can step in there and not drop off very much.
Which positions are most likely to need immediate help from the staff?
Yeah, I would say wide receiver, number 1. I would hope that a couple of those guys would come in and contribute right away. Maybe tight end, some of the defensive linemen possibly. And that's probably about it, what we're thinking about.
Mike, all the success that you had in New Orleans especially, in this class, that's got to be a real positive sign. Right?
Yeah, I think it's real positive. Again, one of the things that we set out to do is to try to recruit more Louisiana kids, and particularly kids from New Orleans. And so I think a guy like Jason Rollins, our coach that recruited that area, did a fantastic job. And the thing that people don't realize too is you only have so many scholarships. We had 22 this year to get to 85. And, we'll go out and we'll look at 6 or 7 quarterbacks. We'll offer 4 or 5 of them. And then the first 2, because we only have 2 that commit, that's what we get. And that's what happens to some positions in the state. Well, why didn't you recruit this guy? Why didn't you recruit that guy? You can only recruit so many guys at each position. And what we do is we go out early, we offer guys, and if they're all at the same category, we say, hey, the first one that commits, that's the one we take. And sometimes guys are left out because they don't commit early enough.
Do you think it's kind of unfair, though, for people to expect you to take all of these guys when you just